Keith Kohl is back with a shocking new claim. He claims one $10 stock could mirror Texas Mineral Resources Corp., which surged 3,500%. However, he believes his pick has even more potential. I reveal the stock being pitched here so you don't have to buy Keith's newsletter. No paid or proprietary information is given away here. It's all guesswork based on clues from a publicly available sales presentation. Before we do anything, let's look at Keith's recent track record to see how good he is. He recommended Phillips 66 back in January 2023, and the stock is up while paying a dividend. He recommended Matador Resources back in December 2023, and this stock is down overall. Keith recommended nuclear fuel stock Lightbridge back in June 2024, and this was an excellent time to recommend this stock. Nuclear stocks have gone bonkers since AI exploded a couple years ago, and the stock is up huge in just over a year. Keith recommended Dominion Energy early this year in May, and the stock is up a little in a few months. Alright, let's fact check the main points of the presentation now. The presentation's main argument is that the US is in a critical minerals crisis because the Bureau of Mines was shut down in the 90s, and now Trump is bringing it back, which is going to make one special mining company's stock go to the moon. Let's start with the first claim. Did President Clinton really ban the US Bureau of Mines? It's true that the Bureau of Mines was closed in 1996 during the Clinton administration. However, it wasn't a presidential decree that shut it down. It was actually Congress that cut the funding as part of a larger effort to balance the budget. So, while it happened on Clinton's watch, it wasn't a solo act. Now, what about the national security crisis? The presentation claims we're dangerously reliant on China for critical minerals. Is that true? This is where the presentation starts to get some things right. It is a well-documented fact that the US is heavily reliant on China for a number of critical minerals. And the presentation is also right that Trump has taken steps to address this. He did sign executive orders, like the one mentioned in the presentation, to try and boost domestic mining. And what about those scary Pentagon war simulations? The presentation claims the US would run out of missiles in just 3 to 7 days in a war with China. Believe it or not, this is also largely true. Reports from major news outlets like Yahoo Finance and Business Insider have confirmed that Pentagon war games have shown that the US could face critical shortages of munitions and missiles in a conflict with China. So, the sense of urgency the presentation creates is based on some real-world concerns. And the final big claim, China is banning the export of critical minerals to the US. This is also confirmed. In late 2024, China did announce export bans on gallium, germanium, and antimony to the United States. These are minerals that are used in a lot of high-tech and military applications, so the presentation is right to highlight this as a major issue. Here's the specific clues Keith left for us for the stock he wants you to invest in. Amid this pivotal geopolitical and economic moment, one small American mining company is perfectly positioned to lead the charge. This firm controls a vast treasure trove of critical minerals, addressing 19 of the 50 identified by the US government as essential to economic and national security. Located in the central Idaho belt, the company's properties host 3 of the top 10 rare earth elements prospects in the US. In fact, one of their properties alone contains an estimated 70,000 tons of rare earth metals. These deposits are so vital that the U.S. Geological Survey and Department of Energy has recognized them as critical for national security. The U.S. government has recognized this company's reserves by adding them to the National Strategic Rare Earth Inventory, highlighting their critical role in defense, technology, and clean energy. With strong government backing, this company is poised to secure federal funding, partnerships, and contracts to meet skyrocketing demand. The firm also owns a gold mine containing over $1.2 billion worth of gold, which serves as a foundation for cash flow to invest in the growth of its domestic critical minerals assets. I'm going to reveal the stock in 15 seconds, but before I do that, I want to remind you to sign up for my free report on the top 10 stocks to buy and hold forever. This report comes with no gimmicks, no get-rich-quick nonsense, just solid long-term investments you can actually feel confident owning. Click the link in the description to get your copy right now. The company being pitched here is Idaho Strategic Resources, and has recently surged to $28 from around $10. Keith must not have updated his presentation before sending it out. Here's what you should know about this stock, and after I'll tell you if I'd buy. Idaho Strategic Resources is a small-cap mining company based in North Idaho with a workforce of roughly 51 employees. Publicly traded under the ticker IDR, the company operates with a production-backed exploration model that combines active precious metals extraction with the development of strategic mineral resources. Its core focus remains on gold production, while also pursuing opportunities in rare earth elements and other critical minerals, all concentrated within its North Idaho operations. The company's core assets are anchored by the Golden Chest Mine, its primary producing operation located in the historic Murray Gold Belt. This site includes roughly 1,500 acres of patented mineral claims and an additional 5,800 acres of adjacent unpatented claims supporting active gold production. Beyond gold, Idaho Strategic Resources is also advancing rare earth element projects within the Idaho REETH belt near Salmon, Idaho, along with other early-stage exploration sites in central Idaho, positioning the company to diversify into strategic minerals alongside its established gold operations. Idaho Strategic Resources positions itself uniquely in the mining sector through dual market exposure. Its ongoing gold production provides current revenue, while its rare earth element projects hold the potential to drive long-term growth. This production-backed exploration model allows the company to balance immediate cash flow with future development opportunities. In addition, the company claims to control the largest rare earth land package in the United States, with a significant acreage under its portfolio, though this assertion requires independent verification to fully validate its scale and impact. In August 2025, Idaho Strategic Resources experienced a notable surge in its share price, climbing 42.7% in a single month. This momentum was fueled by strength in the gold market, which underpins the company's current revenue, as well as growing enthusiasm around the rare earth sector. Investor interest in strategic minerals added to the momentum, reflecting the company's positioning at the intersection of precious metal production and critical mineral development. The broader market context for Idaho Strategic Resources is shaped by strong demand trends across both gold and rare earth elements. Gold continues to serve as a reliable safe haven asset, with global economic uncertainty and inflation concerns sustaining its role as a store of value. At the same time, demand for rare earth elements is surging as they play a critical role in high-tech industries and the transition to green energy technologies. Against this backdrop, there is growing strategic emphasis on securing domestic supply chains for critical minerals, which increases the importance and potential value of local U.S. production. Idaho Strategic Resources offers several potential investment catalysts, rooted in both its current operations and future growth prospects. Its gold production provides a stable source of revenue, with the opportunity for margin expansion if gold prices continue to rise. Beyond gold, the company's rare earth projects hold significant transformation potential, as demand from clean energy, defense, and electronics industries continues to grow. If successfully developed, these assets could prove highly valuable. Additionally, as one of the limited number of domestic holders of rare earth land in a geopolitically sensitive sector, the company benefits from a potential first-mover advantage in securing strategic positioning within the U.S. mineral supply chain. Idaho Strategic Resources faces a number of risks and challenges that investors should weigh carefully. Its rare earth element projects remain in the early stages of development, making them subject to technical, regulatory, and funding hurdles before they can be advanced toward production. The company also asserts that it controls the largest rare earth land package in the U.S., but this claim requires external validation to fully confirm its scale. Like many resource companies, Idaho Strategic is exposed to market volatility, with revenues and valuations tied closely to cyclical movements in gold and rare earth prices. Finally, as a relatively small company, it may encounter execution risks and capacity constraints as it seeks to expand operations and pursue new growth opportunities. Idaho Strategic Resources presents a balanced investment case shaped by both its strengths and its challenges. On the positive side, the company benefits from profitable gold production, strong financial health, and a dual exposure model that pairs current revenue with the long-term potential of rare earth development. Its positioning in strategic minerals also aligns well with national supply chain priorities. At the same time, investors must weigh key considerations, including the early-stage nature of its rare earth assets, reliance on successful development milestones, limited scale, and execution capacity. Due diligence should focus on reviewing quarterly earnings and investor presentations to assess financial performance, monitoring gold and rare earth price trends, seeking external verification of its claimed land package scale, and tracking progress on project development and funding announcements. So, what do I think about this stock? Rare earths are all the rage right now in the stock picking world, and many of these stocks have done really well. The most popular at the moment is probably MP Materials. This stock has gained hundreds of percent after government funding. Another rare earth stock that's done well is Perpetua Resources, which has been covered on this channel a bunch of times. Idaho Strategic Resources has been a big winner so far in the rare earth sector as well, and is up well over 100% this year alone. They have gold too, which has helped. Obviously, when a stock gains so much in such a short period of time, there are going to be valuation concerns. Idaho Strategic Resources is very expensive compared to peers, and it probably wouldn't be a smart choice to buy the stock at these levels. Keith must have created this presentation before it surged, because he calls it a $10 stock. That would have been a good time to buy. Before you go, don't forget to grab my free report. The 10 stocks I believe you can buy today and hold forever. It's packed with solid long-term picks you won't hear hyped up anywhere else. Just click the link in the description, enter your email, and I'll send it straight to you.